And land and everything else, we've spent a lot of time talking about alts and farmland. And I think today we're going to take a dive into education. I'd like to touch on AI a little bit today with you, because I know we both have made some posts to that end on social media. Right. And so I think we could start there and pivot around to educating, because we both have that background. But, I've heard a lot of, provocative statements of the financial advisor is dead, that the need for CFP professionals is going to ebb, and job markets are going to get tight. Where do you land with the world of AI?
Some of that I think is overblown, very overblown. I think broadly, not only in financial planning, but across all industries, all careers, the world is going to get more AI. It's going to get more efficient, more automated on one side.
Okay.
And partly because of a reaction to that, it's going to get more relationship focused, more tight community groups, more tight relationships. So the kind of advisor that's really focused on those relationships and the individual people and talking to them like a human being, those people I think are going to be totally fine, just fine. Or if anything, maybe even better off. I think the industry is going to push more into that. And I think the kinds of folks that at least you and I often interact with, for anyone who's involved with organizations like the FPA, I think that kind of advisor, you're going to be okay. The folks who are really transactional, who treat financial advising writ large like I'm just actually selling you something,
sure.
I think those are the folks who might be in trouble. Some of them would be put out of work by AI, but others I think are then just going to switch over and have more of those deep relationships.
And, I think your background in psychology lends itself to this conversation in a way a lot of people don't have that background. As far as communicating with families, building deeper relationships, do you see a world where ChatGPT, we start trusting it like a friend? Or is there sort of this, right now I feel that there's a bit of a wall where people aren't necessarily going to, they may ask advice, but they may not follow the advice that ChatGPT gives. There's sort of a trust breakdown between, hey, you should do these 8 things, to, oh, should I? Maybe I should still talk to someone. I don't know. I see that there's a bit of a trust issue, but with your background, I'd love for you to dive into that.
Yeah, well, so I think generally that's true, but I think we do have to at least mention, there are people who are using ChatGPT like a therapist. There's people using it like a romantic partner.
Really?
Right? This is happening.
Okay.
And certain folks who have some mental trauma, who maybe struggle to relate to other folks. There's an increasing number of people who are closeting themselves off and are living in this world where AI is, So, okay, is that typical? Is that average? Right. No, but that is happening. And so someone's going to at us and be like, oh, but what about this person? It's okay, yes, I recognize those are happening. I think, though, what you're saying is going to become kind of typical. And an article just came out a couple of days ago, the most trusted financial advice is both the human being advisor and the AI. When you get advice from both groups, you trust it more. So
you're basically confirming.
Right. So the trust but verify, right?
Right.
You might say, oh, what should I do with this Roth or this whatever? Okay, I think I now know enough to be dangerous. Let me run this against the human being.